Hi, I'm Bob, and welcome to Stella Tours and our comparison of AZAMARA versus Oceania cruise lines. We've recently cruised on both and thought you might be interested in a comparison between the two, so here we go. First off, we'll be comparing the AZAMARA ships specifically against the Oceania Nautica class of vessel because they're exactly the same model of ship. Of course, the layouts are a bit different, as are the interior design choices, and you'll be able to see those here. The standard veranda staterooms for both cruise lines are essentially the same, and the ships offer the same sorts of activities. One activity I found personally appealing was the putting green on the Oceania Nautica, something not available on the AZAMARA ships we've been on. If you find this video informative and helpful in your cruise planning, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel. Your subscription and a thumbs up help us reach our goals and allow us to continue to provide high-quality travel information. Thank you. Also, feel free to leave a comment or question in the comments below. One of the main differences people mention as being significant between the two cruise lines is the food. Oceania has been lauded as having some of the very best food on the high seas, and our experience this year suggests that the gap between Oceania and AZAMARA culinary quality is narrowing. And we found that the food in the main dining room is good on both cruise lines. We did experience extraordinarily long dining times on the Oceania Nautica for both dinners that we had there, up to 2 hours in fact, and that became a main reason why we chose the veranda for our evening meal when not dining at a specialty restaurant. And important for us lobster lovers, Oceania offers lobster at any restaurant you choose for no additional fee. AZAMARA only offers it at their specialty restaurants. And speaking of the specialty restaurants, both ships offer them, but AZAMARA charges an additional fee for them, something that's included in the Oceania cruises. That might sound like a significant advantage for Oceania, but we found it very difficult to get a reservation on the Nautica for the specialty restaurants, probably due to the fact that they were included in the price of the cruise, and so demand was high. On the AZAMARA ships, we didn't have those difficulties, and we found that because AZAMARA offering is all-inclusive, the fee for the specialty restaurants was acceptable for us. We also enjoyed the chef's table experience on the AZAMARA ship, something not offered on the Oceania Nautica. If an elegant dining room experience is important for your consideration, then the Oceania Nautica definitely will be to your liking. Entertainment on board both cruise lines is about the same. The typical Broadway-style song and dance productions. The singers and dancers on both AZAMARA and Oceania were solid professional performers. On the Oceania, the stage show starts at 9:30, and after a long day of snorkeling and being in the sun, we were more interested in hitting the sack instead of watching the same sort of show we'd seen so many times before on cruise lines. AZAMARA offers a destination celebration show with local talent brought on the ship at one of the ports the ship departs late in the evening from on all of their cruises. On our recent Oceania cruise, we spent a night in Bora Bora, and there was a Polynesian show performed by a local group. AZAMARA has entertainment programmed earlier than Oceania, and we prefer that since both cruise lines are destination intensive, and we spend our days full of activities in and around the port, often walking many hours during the day. And just a tip for the cruise lines, maybe it's time to take a different approach to the kind of entertainment being offered. The clientele for both cruise lines now grew up in the rock and roll era. Just my opinion. Same old Broadway song and dance shows are getting a bit old and a bit off topic, but Holland America Lines is terrific for entertainment. The best there is. For a larger class of ship and for a different comparison in the future. And continuing on with entertainment, no cruise line does a party like AZAMARA. We love the AZAMARA White Night Party, and I think by the huge attendance on every cruise, you will too. It's one event we would never miss on every AZAMARA cruise. The guests and crew really get into spending a very entertaining evening of food, drink, music, and dancing.
Thank you. That's what we offer. It's a top class friendliness of staff, the food, the drink, the atmosphere, and we are all here for you, 100%.
Stella Tours welcomes Darren, the cruise director, aboard the AZAMARA journey. We're having a wonderful time right here in Amalfi, Italy this evening.
Wow.
And it's white night.
Yeah, look at the backdrop. It's amazing. Look,
How about
whoa,
this?
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
We're having a great time. Thank you very much for this wonderful, wonderful party we're having.
Thank you.
Tell us about the origins of White Night. The Oceania Nautica didn't have a deck party on our recent 10-day cruise of French Polynesia. A significant difference between AZAMARA and Oceania is that AZAMARA is an all-inclusive cruise line. With the exception of specialty restaurants and, of course, shore excursions and spa services. And since we find that the pricing is about the same for both cruise lines, we think that this is a big advantage for AZAMARA. On AZAMARA, you can purchase an upgraded premium drink package, but we found that not to be important because the standard offerings are good, and if I want to have a specialty cocktail, I just buy one. Cocktails on Oceania are not terribly expensive, but there is an additional cost for them, so advantage AZAMARA. Cruise line employees are generally very service-oriented, and as you can imagine, that holds true for both AZAMARA and Oceania. One of the big differences between the two lines, though, is the officer interaction with the guests. We found that the AZAMARA officers are more approachable and more personable than really any other cruise line we've been on. Not suggesting that the Oceania officers were not attentive, they were. Just not as visible and personable as the AZAMARA officers. You'll find AZAMARA officers constantly walking the ship and easily approachable for conversation, and even cooking breakfast, just a different approach to management, and we like that. Both cruise lines offer a long list of shore excursions, but we don't usually buy them. We do our own research on each port, normally hire a guide or private transportation to see and do what we like in each port. And we won't be able to give you a comparison on that topic, but we do have a video on planning your own shore excursions on the Stella Tours YouTube channel. We thoroughly enjoy both cruise lines and look forward to more cruises on both. We hope this brief video provides you with some valuable info on both Oceania and AZAMARA cruise lines. If so, please subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more travels coming up that you won't want to miss. All the best from Stella Tours.